In the game of life, Rodger Smitherman is a winner. He would never say this himself. Bragging is just not his style, but the evidence is irrefutable. Just look at the student athletes he has coached, like the Ramsey High School girls basketball team, a team that has won the state championship title 4 times.
As a coach, I think he is really good because he explains stuff simple for us to understand.
He breaks down the rules and he tells us what to do. And as a person, I like him because he teaches us about life and not only basketball.
Senator Smitherman loves children with a passion. And I don't think that our program or our system here could survive without him. He is a definite advocate for the school system. I think that his passion is coaching these girls in basketball.
Get in, back up.
I don't think that he would know what to do with himself. If he wasn't a coach, and if he wasn't a senator, I'm sure he'd be a full-time coach, that's for sure.
He shares his winning ways with kids whenever he can, like coaching t-ball, softball, and baseball at local parks, and talking to young people at schools and public events. He has mentored and motivated children, convincing many to adopt a winner's attitude.
It influenced me a lot to let me know that you can do what you want to do.
Rodger Smitherman has deep roots in the Titusville community. He and his wife Carol raised their children in this neighborhood. If moving ever crossed Rodger's mind, it's a thought he had to dismiss.
When Rodger and I met each other, I believe both of us knew that we had met our spiritual soulmate. And so when he asked me if we could get married and live our life together, I said, that's great. He said, but let's do this. You get to ask me to do one thing and I get to ask you to do one thing. It's okay, that sounds fun. So he asked me if I would cook him a hot breakfast every morning, and for the last 30+ years, that's what I have done for him. I'm from Titusville, and I wanted to stay near my mom, and he, of course, loved her just as much as I did, and he agreed to that. So to this day, I cook him a hot breakfast, and although my mom is not with us any longer, my father, we still live in Titusville because we just love it there. It's a good, stable community.
He adopted a winner's backbone at an early age. He was only 7 when his father became severely disabled. He was just a few years older when his mother also became critically ill. Young Rodger Smitherman took care of his parents. And when they died, he became the legal guardian to a sibling. In spite of the hardships, he graduated from high school, attended college, and advanced to law school, finishing with honors. Rodger Smitherman also has been elected to the state Senate 5 times. Today, he is living history. He is the president pro tem of the Alabama Senate. This makes him the 3rd most powerful person in state government. He is the first person from Birmingham to serve in this position and only the 2nd African American.
I knew from the very first day that Rodger said he wanted to be a senator and that he would run for office and asked me what I thought. I knew that he would be a shining star. One of the girls bought him a hat that says Commander-in-Chief. Okay, so he puts that thing on and all of us laugh at him, but that's his personality. He says, someone's got to do it, someone's got to lead, and I'm that person to lead. And I knew that he would do a very good job in just making people come together. He's a good consensus builder. Once he understands the issues. And being a lawyer, his first task, he said, was, I'm going to learn the rules. Once I learn the rules, I'm going to be powerful with that, and I'm going to know what to do. And so that's what he did. He learned the Senate rules, which is really fundamental. And then he started making friends very rapidly across the aisle. He's friends with as many Republicans as he is Democrats, and that's what I'm very proud of him. And what he does that I really like, he puts people first, and he communicates with them. His whole principle, I would rather feed a family and put a building on hold if I have to choose between the two. And he has been very steady with that and done a good job.
Senator Rodger Smitherman personifies experience and leadership, which allows him to cut through red tape and get answers, services, and resources. Those who have benefited from his knowledge and abilities are grateful to have him in their corner.
Well, I think that the faith-based initiative, I've seen Senator Smitherman for years involved in so many different areas. First of all, for ceasefire that we did years ago, and then also in the last couple of years, we've been doing a lot of community projects, a lot of landscape projects, a lot of just projects that the churches have been doing in all of the communities, and he's backed that up with finances, with support, with encouragement, and he's just been a wonderful example of a caring man that just wants to care for the community in which he is here to serve. We did a lot of feeding programs, we've did a lot of community cleanups and community projects and landscaping, and he's been supportive in all that. He's lent a hand, he's participated not just in a word but also in deed.
He has an impeccable record with the Birmingham City Schools, and that record involves sharing or bringing money back to his community, the community that he represents. He pays for our juniors and seniors to go to college fairs to learn about careers, offerings, new offerings in colleges and universities. The college fair comes to Birmingham, one out of Atlanta, and he pays for transportation to get those children to the Birmingham Jefferson Civic Center, and he's done that for a number of years.
The annual Titusville Day celebration is a time for serious reflection of the historic importance of Titusville, one of the oldest communities in the city of Birmingham, a place long associated with greatness. It boasts several homes built in the early 1900s, designed by the acclaimed black architect Wallace Rayfield. Titusville was a springboard that launched many of the city's elected officials. In fact, some of Birmingham's best and brightest thinkers are products of this community. History and heritage permeate the Titusville Day celebration, but it is also great fun, enjoyed by people who still live in Titusville and many who return home to participate. The coordinators of the Titusville Day celebration decided to honor Senator Rodger Smitherman for being a supportive patron. In previous years, planners agonized over financial shortfalls. In 2009, Senator Smitherman facilitated a $25,000 grant for the Titusville Day celebration, and in 2010, he secured another grant also for $25,000.
We are appreciative. We think that we will be able to continue for additional years thanks to the senator and this grant. But this year certainly is something that we are proud of, and we want this to be the best ever. Thanks again to Council Lady Carol and to Senator Rodger for taking the interest to come in and support us at a time when we were really at rock bottom and we're not sure whether we would be able to even continue this thing. So here we are today, the 26th, and we hope this is the best ever, and many, many thanks go out to them.
The honor is a way of saying thanks to Rodger Smitherman for touching this project with his winning spirit and for living a life that inspires others to believe that no matter what challenges they face, winning is possible.